Welcome to Module 6, Embracing Femininity. Let's get started. Ladies, I want to talk to the part of you that is exhausted, the part that is tired of feeling like dating is this game of effort and you're the only one playing. You're doing everything right. You are smart. You're successful. You are very self aware. And you've done the therapy. You've read the books. You've listened to the podcasts. And yet you're not experiencing the kind of love that makes you feel chosen, safe, seen. So let me lovingly offer a truth. You don't have a dating problem, sister girl. You have an energy imbalance. You're showing up in masculine energy, not because you want to dominate, but because you're afraid to trust. You're afraid to lose control. You're afraid to be let down. You're afraid to feel. So you protect yourself with productivity, planning, perfectionism. But here's what you need to hear: the version of you that wins at work might not be the version of you that wins in love. Now, before we break down masculine and feminine energy, let's talk about what energy actually is. Energy is a frequency. It's like a current. It's a vibration that you carry in your presence. It's how someone moves through the world, how they affect a room without speaking. It's how they pull or push without any physical force. And you felt it when someone walks into the room and the whole energy shifts without a word. That's not charisma, that's frequency. Masculine and feminine energy are not just traits, they are directional flows. Now, masculine energy, that is penetrating, it initiates, it drives forward, it leads, it does something to the space around it. Now, feminine energy, on the other hand, is magnetic. It draws in, it holds space, and it receives. Think of it like this: it's inviting something to happen. Now, you could feel it without defining it. It's in someone's eyes, it's in the stillness or their movement, it's in how they either respond or don't respond, it's in what they activate in you. When those two opposing energies meet together in their fullness, whew, polarity creates an undeniable charge. And that's what makes attraction spark. Now, let's clear something up. Masculine and feminine energy are not about gender roles or stereotypes. They're not about who cooks or who pays. They're not about dresses and suits. They are energies. Like I said, frequencies. Let's call them tools of orientation. They're like these internal compasses that help you navigate the world. These are just ways of relating to life and love and leadership and even yourself. Now, you have both within you, and each plays a very specific role. Let's first look at masculine. Your masculine energy makes you strong and confident and independent. This helps you lead and decide and achieve and navigate the outer world, okay? Hint, hint, the outer world, your career, your goals, your discipline, your structure. All of this is based on masculine energy, okay? So this is helping you function in the outer world in a healthy way. When you are in your masculine orientation, you move through the world by seeking clarity, right? You don't want to be confused, taking action, solving problems, building direction and purpose. Now, let's switch over to your feminine. Your feminine energy makes you intuitive, expressive, emotionally connected. It helps you love and receive and express and thrive where? In the inner world. This affects your relationships, pleasure, softness, and connection. When you're in your feminine orientation, you move through the world by feeling, right? You feel what's true. You receive, you respond, you trust in the flow. You create connection and beauty, okay? Now, let's really break this down. I want to use symbols to make the distinctions between the two even clearer. First, we have a compass. Masculine energy is like a compass. It gives energy and, the masculine energy gives direction. It's going to lead you. It's going to tell you where to go. So you're not lost, right? Out here in the world lost. The second symbol, masculine energy is like a flashlight. That flashlight beam is focused, laser focused. It can cut through darkness and it highlights one thing at a time. Think about in the theater when they want you to pay attention to one actor versus the other, or part of the stage versus another part of the stage. It highlights one thing at a time. Let's take a look at a brick. A brick is part of a foundation. It provides stability. It is unmoving. It is built to support or to uphold. It holds structure. You can see how this is really valuable, right? Okay, another symbol, an arrow or a dart. These penetrate. Okay, an arrow has a target, a dart has a target. It moves with intention. It's just not flying aimlessly around the room. It initiates, it pursues. Think of a light bulb. It represents logic, insight, illumination. It provides instant clarity. Going to school, you're like a light bulb, okay? You become illuminated, you get insight. Think of the masculine like a door frame. It provides structure, it defines a threshold. These are the boundaries. It creates containment. There's an edge, it's not going to infinity. Masculine energy is about direction, drive, doing, presence, containment, and structure. It's the energy of building, achieving, solving, and protecting. At its core, masculine energy seeks purpose, progress, we don't want to stand still, leadership, and structure. Now, let's do the same thing with feminine energy. Here are some symbols to depict the feminine. First, we've got the ocean. It is vast, it is emotional, it is fluid, right? It's never the same, it's never constant, and it pulls things in. It's deep, it's ever changing. I don't know if you could ever fully grasp it, right? Because it's so deep. A mirror, it reflects. It doesn't push, it just shows and reveals. It stays put where it is. Pure receptivity. Next, we have a candle flame. It is soft, magnetic light. It moves with the air. Okay, so it's responding to, and it draws you in. If you see light, you want to go see. Makes your eye look. Next up is a balloon. It expands when it receives something, right? It can receive air and expands. It feels light. It's not heavy. It moves with the wind. It's not restricted, and it must be held. Otherwise, it's just going to fly away. Okay, we have a mug or a teacup. This holds warmth, but it must be filled, and it has to receive before it gives. Okay, it has a purpose, but you got to pour into it first, and then it can quench your thirst. Then we have a basket. This is open. It's made to receive and carry and hold what's placed inside. Imagine trying to play darts with a basket. Not going to work. But a basket has its own purpose if you use it the right way. Okay, so overview, feminine energy is about flow, feeling, openness, creativity, movement. nurturing, receiving, holding, inviting, expanding. Feminine energy is receptive. It's the energy of being, feeling, expressing, and magnetizing. It thrives in presence, creativity, flow, and intuition. Now, in relationships, a man in his healthy masculine energy wants to pursue, he wants to provide, and he wants to protect. Now, let's break that down. Pursue, he wants to take initiative and lead. Provide, he wants to offer value, create stability. He wants to protect, he wants to ensure safety and security. A masculine man feels most alive when he is needed, trusted, and has the freedom to take the lead. Now, the feminine, in beautiful contrast to that, desires to be chosen. She wants to be pursued, not because she's passive, but because being pursued affirms her worth without her having to chase it. She wants to be cherished. She wants to be provided for emotionally and energetically. She wants to feel prioritized and considered and poured into, not just tolerated. She wants to be safe enough to soften. She wants to trust that she's going to be protected physically, emotionally, and energetically. Why? So she could relax, stop performing, which doesn't feel natural, and live from her heart, not her guard. In dating, the feminine energy shines when she receives and responds and expresses openly and invites connection. Again, it doesn't mean being passive. It means knowing your power lies in your presence, not in your pressure. Masculine energy is drawn to softness and spark, not to control, but because it creates balance. Feminine energy is drawn to strength and stability, not because it's weak, but because it desires safety to open. The masculine brings strength and action. He pursues her. The feminine flirts and seduces. She presents herself. The masculine takes control. The feminine follows lovingly. When you are feminine, you allow, right? You allow a man to be masculine. This will draw him out of it. And this is going to make him feel good about himself. And that's how men fall in love, when they feel good about themselves. Think about how you feel around a really masculine man. It sparks your femininity. Now, to make this really land, let's look at the contrast between the two side by side. And again, to clarify, these are not rules or roles, they're just energetic complements of one another. Neither one is better than the other, they're just different. They exist in tension, in harmony. And when they are balanced, they create real attraction. So, as I read these, ask yourself, which ones feel natural to me? Which ones feel like they're shut down right now? Which ones am I overusing in dating? All right, let's go. Masculine energy, it leads while the feminine responds. And I'm just going to use male, female pronouns. He penetrates, she receives, right? Even our biology, our anatomy is designed this way. He focuses, she expands. You focus your attention on a flower, it grows and gets bigger and beautiful, even more beautiful. He focuses, he drives forward and she draws in. He directs, he is direct and she is fluid. He is structured and she is spontaneous. He's anchored and she's expressive. He creates safety and that inspires openness in her. He decides and she feels. He thinks and she intuits. A couple more. He holds presence and she moves with emotion. This could be like him literally holding you in his arms and you're crying. You're safe to do so, okay? Or holding you while you sleep. He provides, she nurtures. He's purpose driven, she's pleasure driven, making sure he has enough fun and joy in his life. He solves, she empathizes, right? Look at how men and women are. He's like, let me just solve this problem. And she's going, let me let you know I understand what you're going through. I might not be able to solve it, but I can show you my heart and let you know you're not alone. A guy might be saying, I don't care about your heart. I just want to need this solved. That's why I don't want to talk about it. I just want to sit down and figure it out. The masculine protects, the feminine softens. Okay. Think of protection like a shell and then softening like what the sun does to butter. The masculine holds space and the feminine fills space. Masculine would be like a vase and the feminine would be like the water that fills it up. The masculine challenges. The feminine invites. The masculine is very silent strength. Feminine is audible vulnerability. Masculine is very disciplined. Feminine is very creative. Masculine energy, linear, and feminine, cyclical. Hope you're starting to get it at this point. Simply put, masculine is like black and white versus feminine being the color. All the beautiful colors. If you've ever seen The Truman Show, they were just fine going through life in black and white, but then someone introduced color and it was a game changer. Then they couldn't go back. Masculine is very direct and to the point, while feminine is more indirect and subtle. Now, we're going to get into dominant energy next. Okay. You might be wondering, are we born with one dominant energy? And the answer is yes. That's exactly what we're going to be getting into in the next lesson. Now that you understand what masculine and feminine energy really are, we're going to go one layer deeper into how your dominant energy shapes your relationships and why polarity is the secret to lasting attraction.